Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sune. I hope you're well, and if you're not, I hope you are well soon. I am in the woods once again. I found a little tree to sit against. You cannot see that, but it's there. I promise it's there. To sit on in some favorable lighting, sort of. The sun over here. And yeah, we out here vibing with nature. And I have a message, so let's get into it. This has been a message that has become so prominent, so resonant with me that I'm like, okay, I gotta talk about it, right? So when it comes to loving yourself, self-love, self-respect, sovereignty, right? It's hard to grasp that sometimes when all you've known is looking outside of yourself for love, validation, acceptance, right? You become used to that, and so you kind of lose yourself. You start externalizing rather than internalizing in the way that's really necessary to be a healthy, functioning individual, right? So let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about this individuation that was disrupted, that was not developed properly or healthily because of whatever circumstance, conditioning, whatever it may be, and how that affected your ability to have your own boundaries and to even focus on yourself sometimes, right? So I was thinking the other day, this was one thought I had, and I found myself, sometimes I'm doing things and I find myself thinking about other people rather than myself, right? In times where I intended to do an act of self-care, an act of self-love, an act of presence in my life. I decided, I want to go do this thing, and I just want to be in the present moment, and I don't want to think about anyone else or anything else that is not me and this moment. Period. And I found myself still drifting back to, other people, other situations, other things that have nothing to do with me and my moment and my moment of living. So what I found helpful when this happens is I say to myself, okay, your thoughts are starting to drift to something else that has nothing to do with you. Imagine you are with another person, and it's like your friend, your loved one, your spouse, whoever it is, your child, whatever, and you're with them, but you're not really with them, right? Wouldn't it make you feel bad to not be there properly and presently for the other person with you? Well, why not yourself too? It's just as important, if not more, way more important, to be present with yourself. To actually be paying attention to you. Not other people. There are times for that, like we socialize, we have connections, we have families, friends, we have people in our lives, but if you are so focused on other people, you cannot even live your own life. You cannot love yourself. Not fully. Because you're not even focusing on yourself. How can you love yourself if you're not even with yourself? If you're not even yourself? Every time that you externalize more than you internalize, you lose yourself because you're not in yourself. You are outside of your body. You are somewhere else. And that's why presence is important. When people talk about being present, it's basically speaking into being present within yourself. Actually living your life rather than being somewhere else that is not your life. Right? And that happens a lot on social media. It does. We're scrolling through, looking at other people, what are they doing, what are they up to? Or you're trying to create things and you're like, I gotta show people this, I gotta tell people about that, right? And it's fine to do that in small doses, because we're social creatures, But if all you're doing is focusing on other people, other things, what are they doing? What are they not doing? What are they saying? What are they not saying? You are not in your body. You are not with yourself. And when you are not with yourself, you are not living. You are not even you. You're not. How can you be you if you're not in your body? Tell me that. Answer me that. Right? Doesn't make any sense. So, the most important thing is to treat yourself as if you are someone you love, which it's how you cultivate self-love, is by talking to yourself and treating yourself as if you are another person. In the way that you would love others, that is how you should be loving yourself. In fact, you are your first priority. You should be. How you gonna live if you can't be you? I'm gonna keep saying it. How can you live if you're not even in your body? If you're not even in your own mind, your own heart? You're not, you know? There are some times where I have to just take a moment to look at my hand and be like, wow, this is my hand, right? Because sometimes I'm so focused on other things, I don't even remember that I have a body. I'm like, what's going on? And I have to come back to, this is my hand. You know, this is my arm. This is my leg. This is my hair. This is my face, you know? To remember that I exist. And it's strange that is one of the hardest things for us to do right now, is to remember we exist in a body. Because we're always somewhere else. We're not present. Let's be present, guys. You know? And, you know, I find the more that I am treating myself as if I am a person, because I am, right? The healthier a connection I have with myself, the more in tune I am with myself and my needs, my thoughts, my reality, actually living. And the easier it is to discern what I don't like, what I do like, what I need, what I don't need, and the direction that I actually want to go in versus one that has been conditioned, or versus the a million different directions that everybody else is sharing out there that you're like, oh, I want to be like them. I want to be like them, because you see it and it looks cool. But it's like, you can admire the beauty of other people and the choices that they make, the paths that they take, but it's probably not yours. And how can you ever know what your actual path is if you can't take the time to even get to know yourself? Get to know who you are and your unique beauty and your unique path. You know? I am so much happier now that I am focusing on me and what I actually like and what I want to do, where I want to go, who I want to be. So much happier. Because I've stopped placing, you know, my identity of myself on other people's identities. Stop taking on other people as who I am. Because I'm not them. I mean, yes, we're all one, but as my expression in this body, I am not them and they are not me. We are different. We are unique. We have different gifts. We have different, you know, quirks and things about us. We look different. We act different. We come from different places. And it's really beautiful. So you are doing yourself and others a disservice when you are not you. When you're not embracing who you really are. Right? It's so painful, not just for you, but for other people, to be inauthentic and to be trying to be something you're not. Right? I have found, excuse me, I have found that I have actually actively suppressed myself and who I am around other people. I suppressed who I was, and every single time I did that, I felt horrible. I didn't like myself because I wasn't being myself. Right? When you are not being you, your soul feels that and it hurts. So when people are anxious, people are depressed, people are having all of these struggles, it's because they are not aligned with who they are. It's because they are not embracing their truth. They are trying to fit themselves and force themselves into something that is not them. You don't need to be a certain thing. You just need to be you and figure out what that is, and that is the key. That is the key. Okay? Woo! I got a little passionate there. I love being in the woods. I love being around nature because every time that I'm here, I feel grounded, but I feel energized at the same time. Mother Nature, Mother Gaia is like, I got you, girl. I'm holding space for you to bring this message to people. And I'm like, thank you. I love you. So, that was my message. Okay? That was my message. And I hope it finds you well. Because you deserve to be the captain of your own ship, to take the wheel in your own life. You deserve to be you. Unapologetically. Happily, joyfully, blissfully, peacefully. You deserve to be you. So, yes, okay? Spend time with yourself. Get to know yourself, because you're amazing. My goodness, you're amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys are well, and if you're not, I hope you're well soon. You are beautiful, you are amazing, you are enough. You are unique, you are valuable, you are worth it. Have a great day.